What's up, guys? Welcome to the garage. We're in the garage. I know a few of you missed my welcome to the garage since I've changed it, but welcome to the garage. We've got a new old review to do. Now, this is on Bangor. There's a link for it in the description. It's not new though. It's newly listed. However, it's about, I think it's about 3 years old. It's the HG P405, 404. 40 something. Anyway, it's from HG. There's a lot of these about. This body style's one we've not seen, or definitely one I've not seen for a while. The body style you may have seen before. It looks a little bit like maybe like a G-Wagon. I'll put a picture up now so you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's a 1/10 scale. I don't want to call it a rock crawler because with them wheels and stuff, it's more like a bit of a trail truck possibly. 1/10, it says it comes with 1500 milliamp hour battery. It does say 4-wheel steering on there. I don't believe it is 4-wheel steering. However, I think you might be able to put a front axle on the back and make it 4-wheel steering. I'm not sure, but definitely don't think it actually has 4-wheel steering. 4x4 adjustable shocks. Down the bottom here, it shows you the funky style axle. The actual drive shaft's going at the top there. It's like a portal axle, but physically on the actual centre, like the pumpkin of the axle. And then gearbox, I believe, is 3-speed. It shows it on there with a servo on it, but the actual gearbox comes without a servo. It's a little manual switch. If we can fit a servo, and if I've got one, I'm going to fit a servo to this, so when we take it out for a drive, I don't have to stop to switch it. So if it has got, if we can fit a servo, I'm going to, even though it doesn't come with one. And then, yeah, shocks. Anyway, let's get out of the box. So you got the Jeep, like the soft top, then you got the hard top with a roof rack and these lights. These lights don't work, they're for show only. So I don't know why the box, well, I do know why the box is showing you, but 2 body styles. Link in the description. Oh, hang on a minute. It's yellow. I was expecting a red one. Quite often Bangor would ask me what colour I want, and I like to tell them to surprise me. And in this case, they have surprised me. That is a really nice colour. They come in red. I forgot they come in yellow. I love that. That's really nice. Right, in the box, instructions with parts list. Some shock. You can adjust your spring rate on your shocks. A useless charger to me because we have 3-pin plugs in the UK. So little charger. I've got loads of USB ones. Transmitter looks like 3-channel steering trim on off. So that'd be your gears. This is just a generic HG one. If you got slightly big fingers like me, it's a little bit tight in there. But yeah, anyway, transmitter, a bag of spares with a couple of different size pinions. There's a nice big pinion there and a small one. Some Allen keys, spare wheel nuts, and a servo horn. And then here is the truck with its guts hanging out. Let's sort that out, and then we'll have a proper look at it. This body is awesome. Looks a little bit toy grade. Like the overall look of it is a bit toy grade. The wheels, again, they look a bit toyish, but the tyres definitely nice, soft compound. A lot of this stuff you get sometimes, they look a bit toy grade. The tyres are quite hard, whereas these nice and soft. Side steps, really nice detailed interior. A spare wheel that is absolutely no use. It's not functional anyway. Anyway, let's take that body off and let's have a look underneath. I'm a bit of a hard body fan, so that does win my vote. It's got quite a bit of weight to it as well. I think it's got a little metal bracket there. The lights, although there's no LEDs in there, there is holes for LEDs at the back and at the front. So get a light kit on that. That'll make that look really nice. So it says 1500 milliamp hour LiPo. However, my experience tells me that inside that case is probably a little, you know, the half, the lithium ion, and it does feel like there's a lot of weight down this end. So take that battery with a pinch of salt. But it'll be fine for this, and it's a Dean's connector, so if you're like me, you've got hundreds of batteries, you'll be able to fit. Probably run this on a LiPo, but it's a battery nonetheless. So we've got our steering servo up front there, plastic links on there. Looks like probably an empty box there. ESC and receiver, so a combined ESC receiver, 2-in-1. Then you got your motor, and then your gearbox. You got your, wow. You got your gear selector there. 1, 2, 3. Should be able to mount a little servo on the side there. How strong that's got to be, I don't know. And I presume the servo horn you get in the pack probably goes where that switch goes. I might try and give that a go before we actually go out of it, see if I can get it working. And then you got the 540 motor there, fully adjustable motor with, I don't know what that pinion is, got a 93 tooth spur on there. So open, easy to adjust, but also easy to get loads of crap in it. Battery tray at the back, little brackets there where the hard body fits on. Friction dampers, really stiff. That is not going to give that thing any kind of suspension at all. So definitely I'd be looking at changing the springs or even putting oil shocks on that if I was to upgrade it. Underneath again, plastic links, plastic drive shafts, big fat axles. And because the drive shaft goes in at the back, the actual output, as you see, look, you see it turning there. They do a 6x6 version of this, and you can put as many axles on as you want, as long as you've got the length of chassis, because you can see where you can bolt another part of the chassis to it and stuff. So I've seen people make like 8x8 ones of these HG models, but nice and easy to do because you've got the output on each axle there. You've also got it there as well. 4-wheel steering on the box. It's definitely not 4-wheel steering, but you'll be able to buy front axle, stick it on the back, have a 4-wheel steering set up. I don't know why it says 4-wheel steering on the box, but yeah. Steering not too bad considering these big tyres on that grip there. Let's take it off. Not too bad. It does go past its way past that on that way. Other way's not too bad, but that way definitely doesn't turn very well that way. Maybe it hasn't got a brake. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that is one of the gears. That is low gear. Let's go to medium. And then high. It doesn't seem like it makes a difference. Right, low definitely makes a difference. Right, I can't see much difference between medium and high. Definitely can see a difference on low. It's probably worth fitting a servo there to give it a try. I think with these wheels and tyres, it's not a crawler. There's definitely, with that stiff suspension, no room for flex there really. So I think the best option is to take it just for a little trail. Well, I've put a servo on. I've put it in the separate. It shows it as channel 4 in the instructions. And it does nothing. If anything, it interferes with the actual steering servo, but definitely doesn't move that servo. So not sure what that's going on about. So I have to manually shift. Right, let's give this little thing a run. Like I've said, it looks very toy grade. We're in low gear at the moment. I'm not convinced there's a middle gear, but so I've switched it to high gear and it's really struggling. I think the battery might be a bit of an issue. Luckily I bought a spare, so
battery, and let's go again. Oh, there we go.
So yeah, battery was absolute. So in low gear, nothing special, quite noisy actually. Coping alright with the sand. Suspension, as I've said, absolute rubbish. But it seems to climb alright, doesn't seem to have a problem with power. Now it's got a proper battery in it anyway. Definitely doesn't struggle too much. Let's switch it to high gear, see what happens. So we're in high gear now, gives it a little bit extra speed. Whoa. Really hard to switch it actually, that manual selector. Down here now, we've been through the sand. It's a real shame that suspension's let it down. I reckon we do a wheelie here with it. Stunt Truck. There's a lot of water about here at the moment. I don't think I'm going to get over there. That's where I usually take, that's where I usually go, but I don't think I'm going to risk it. Let's go back the other way. So I don't seem to have any issues with power. Obviously with that first battery was rubbish, but I mean going through the long grass even, look. And that's in high gear, so it'd be even better in low gear. I guess it's a case of sticking better suspension on if you want to buy one, maybe change the wheels, but I don't think it's something that I'd probably buy. It's not that cheap, there's probably better stuff out there. But yeah, anyway, the link in the description for this if you want to find out more. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, a little weird. I was going to do a wheelie then to celebrate. Should we try that again? Right. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. We'll just stick with the first one I've done.